Hey guys, welcome to the Budget Mobile Street Fleet Portal training video. Today we're going to talk about the application process and discuss the key elements to submitting a successful application. The page that we're looking at right now is the home page to the Street Fleet Portal. Anytime that you're in any other page in the portal and you need to get back to this home page, all you have to do is click on this Budget Mobile logo and it'll take you right back to the front. Let's go to the Resources tab here. One of the things available to you under the Resources tab is the Lifeline Customer Checklist by state. What these are state-specific checklists. These are the rules and regulations for the Lifeline program. Every single customer needs to read these and understand these for every application. There's a Spanish version at the bottom. You can print out both of these, maybe front and back, and laminate it. When you're activating a customer, hand them the laminated rules and regulations, have them read over it while you're typing in their information. It's very important that they do this at the end of the application. They do have to sign, and what they're signing is they realize they understand the rules for the Lifeline program. So let's go back to the home page here. Get back to the front, and we're going to do a new order. The first thing it's going to ask you for is the customer zip code. This page here states, is the customer or anyone in their household currently receiving Lifeline benefits for wireless or home phone services? The leading providers of the Lifeline services are listed below. The Lifeline is available on home phone. If they do have a home phone Lifeline credit already, they do not qualify for a wireless credit as well. These are the major companies. If they have one of these phones already, they cannot get another phone. If they do not have a phone already, we can click on no and go to the next page. All right, these are the list of the programs that the Lifeline program will accept. 90% of the applications that you're going to do are food stamps, so we're going to go ahead and click on that. The next section is the qualifying beneficiary section. You won't use this section very often, but it is important that you understand it. In that case, if you do run across someone that qualifies, that you can help them. If you come across someone that doesn't have government assistance, but they are the benefactor for someone that does, you can still process an application for that person. In that case, you would select yes, and then underneath here, you would type in the beneficiary's information. At this point, you type in their information here, and then the benefactor's information later on in the application. For now, we're going to click on no and just keep going forward. We're going to collapse this box up here. We're going to go down to the proof box. You do have to see their proof of government assistance for every application. So what this is saying is that you review the appropriate eligibility database, if that's applicable to you, to determine the above applicant's Lifeline eligibility status. So what we're going to do is click on this box here and select what we saw. You can look at all these things, and for instance, under food stamps, we can take the card or we can take their award letter. So we're going to select food stamp card. The program account number, that's the number that's either going to be on the front of the card or it's going to be on their award letter. So on the front of the food stamp card, usually it kind of looks like a debit card number. We're just going to type that in. You do have to type it in twice. This next part is very important, the proof image. You do have to take a picture of all of their proof. So we're going to pop up that window here and take a picture of their card. So it's very important on this step that you take a clear picture of their card. It needs to show their name and all the information right there. So take a second and let it fit into that window. If you take a picture and you cannot read the information on that card, our compliance department will not be able to read it either. So we have this recapture button. If you're on the fence about whether to take it or not, go ahead and take another one. You don't want to get your application denied just because they couldn't read the card, so make sure that's clear. Once you've got that complete, we're going to collapse that box. Next up is the customer information portion of the activation. This is where we're going to type in all of the customers' phone number, address, and that sort of thing. We do require a phone number for every activation. If they don't have a phone number, just get one from their neighbor or a friend or a family member. Same thing for email address. Make sure that they give you a valid email address. It's very important. That way we can send them the receipt at the end of the activation to their email. Also, we do need a way to contact our customers. Street address. It's important that we get a valid street address. This is where we're going to be mailing the phone. So Make sure that they give you an address of where they actually are staying. If it does have an apartment number, make sure to include that in this field here. You can also type in a room number or a bed number in this field. If they're staying in a more temporary housing situation, they may have a bed number, so that's where you would enter that in. Down here, you have the option to select between permanent and temporary housing. Make sure to indicate if they are in temporary housing situation. They are required to update us if they move, so this is where you would indicate that. Also, we do not accept P.O. boxes as a residence, a primary residence. If they don't have a street address, they cannot apply for the phone. So if they only have a P.O. box, we do need the street address at this point. The next section here, head of household worksheet. You have to complete this for every application. This is basically a worksheet that's designed to see if the customer already has another Lifeline phone. Like we said earlier, you can only have one. That's very important. So this worksheet's designed to make sure that they don't already have one that they don't already know about. So basically, does your spouse or domestic partner, someone that you're married to or in a relationship with, already receive a Lifeline discounted phone? No. Other than a spouse or partner, do other adults, people at least 18 years of age, live with you at your address? Do you have a parent? No. Adult son or daughter? No. Another adult relative? No. Adult roommate? No. Other? No. As long as they answer no to those questions, they can proceed forward. If they do answer yes, it's going to stop them. That means that they already have a Lifeline credit. So down at the bottom of this screen, we do have to check on this box here. Understand the violation of the one per household requirement is against the Federal Communication Commission's rules, and it may result in me losing my Lifeline benefits and potentially prosecution by the United States government. So they do have to understand the one per household rule. Click on done. We're going to move down, and the next section here, we're going to type in the last four of their social security, date of birth. All of this information needs to match their photo ID, which we're going to take a picture of next. Same thing goes with this. Here's a list of the valid documents. So if someone says, well, I don't have a driver's license, but I do have a prison-issued identification card, you can take that and take a picture of it. So double check that if you have any questions. We're going to capture proof the same way we did with the food stamp card. I'm going to use the same card just as an example here. Same thing goes with this. Make sure that they can read the information that's on there. Capture. You can recapture if you need to over here. We're going to collapse this back down and go to the next part, compliance. This goes to that first sheet we were talking about a second ago at the beginning of the video. This is all the rules and regulations that they've been reading over while you're typing in their information. You're going to ask them at that point, did you have any questions about what you read on that sheet? And did you fully read it? And they're going to say, yes, we did. Click on that, and it's going to go ahead and knock out all of those boxes for you, except for the bottom two. You do have to ask these two questions to everybody. Do you understand that a Lifeline benefit is available only one per household? There we go back again to that same one per household. It's very important. We're going to click on that. And then, do you acknowledge under the penalty of perjury that all the information you have provided is accurate and true, and that providing false or fraudulent information to receive a Lifeline benefit is punishable by law, including imprisonment? So you're going to eventually memorize those things once you go through this a couple times. So you've got to click on those. The next thing down here, the customer does have to sign that they do acknowledge these statements and everything that they've given you is true. If you're on a tablet, they can just use their finger. If you're on a computer, they can use the mouse. So we're going to sign here. If they're not happy with the signature, you can clear it and start over again. And we're going to submit this order. So this page that we're looking at here, some of the information that we entered didn't necessarily check out. It'll tell you here which ones of the information didn't check out. First name, last name, social were entered incorrectly. We have a bypass verification box here. If they have shown you information and you have seen it and it checks out, for some reason that it's not coming back and it's saying it doesn't check out, but you've got it in front of you and you can verify it, you're going to bypass this. You're going to select yes. You're going to say, I did check it out. I see it. And you're going to tell them which one of the documents you're looking at. So let's say you're looking at their driver's license and you're like, yeah, it does check out. You can type that in and it's going to let you bypass that. Anytime that you have to go back and enter in information like we just did again, the customer will have to re-sign. So you can go back down here to compliance. We're going to sign again and submit order. Once you've submitted your order, it will bring you to this screen. This is the last screen of the application. You get to this screen, you know that you've successfully submitted the application. It gives you an order ID number. You will be able to track these orders in the future. We're going to do a separate video on that, and you'll be able to tell which applications are still pending, which ones have been approved, and which ones have been denied. Once you do this process several times, you should be able to get this done in about 5 to 6 minutes per customer. You're going to start memorizing some of the things that you say over and over again. You'll be able to process a lot more applications very quickly. This concludes the Budget Mobile Street Fleet Portal training. If you have any questions, please get in contact with your Budget Mobile representative. Thank you.